Hello, in this presentation we will create a job or sub-customer sales receipt within QuickBooks Online. We will have a comprehensive QuickBooks Online course soon, if not available yet. We also have a comprehensive Excel course which complements the QuickBooks courses and a QuickBooks Pro desktop version course you can find at the link below. Here we are within the QuickBooks Online dashboard. We will be continuing with the Get Great Guitars problem. We're going to be entering a sales receipt. That's going to be the type of receipt that is given at the point in time that we receive payment for work that is done. So work is done, we receive payment at the same point in time. The thing different about this sales receipt is that we're going to apply it not just to a customer, but to a job. In order to see what that looks like, we first want to go to the types of jobs and customers. We'll then go to the sales area on the left-hand side, and then we want to be in the customers section in the top. This will give us a list of customers. And in a prior presentation, we set up these jobs, this 3005 job and this 4002. We can see that they are related to Jones Guitars and Sam the Guitar Man, respectively, by the indentation. And these jobs allow us to allocate costs and revenue to a particular job rather than to the customer in general. So we're going to create a sales receipt and apply it to a particular job. In this case, starting with job 4002, apply to Sam the Guitar Man. In order to do that, we can select the plus arrow up top, and we're going to go to the customers on the left-hand side, and within the customer section, we're looking for the sales receipt. Here's the sales receipt. We're going to select the sales receipt whenever we're doing the job and getting the money or some type of payment at the same point in time. So here is the sales receipt, and we're going to tab through this information. So we're going to type in not Sam the Guitar Man, but the job 4002. There it is, and it'll then pull up, and it does pull up the whole customer related to that job, but then we have the job here of 4002. We're tapping through now. The email, we're not going to add an email. It would be good to have it if we were to send this by email, but we're not going to do that. We can send it in another format. We're going to scroll down to the billing address. Not going to add anything to the billing address at this time. If it were something that we're selling in terms of inventory, then we may need the billing address in order for QuickBooks to calculate that inventory. But we're going to be dealing with a service item and not dealing with inventory, and therefore we don't have to have something that calculates the sales tax. So then the date we're going to say is 01/31/21, and then we'll tab through the rest of this information. So January 31st, 2021, we are working in the future. The payment method we're going to say is cash. So we have the payment method of cash, and we are putting it into the undeposited funds, an account that we have set up that we're going to accumulate the cash in, or anything we receive during, we can say, in our store as we're working through our store, which we will then deposit and group together in one deposit at the end of the time period. Then we're going to have the type of service that we've provided, which is going to be a service, not selling a guitar in this case. We sell guitars and do guitar service here. So we're going to say partial service is going to be an item that has already been set up. We already set this item up. It's going to be guitar service. We're going to say $100, no tax on this item. If we select down here, the next item, then we'll have it calculate in terms of the subtotal, no tax, and that'll be the total amount. So let's think about what the journal entry will be, or what will be the effect on the financial statements when we record this. That will be, of course, that we're going to have the cash going up because this is a sales receipt, not an invoice. And therefore, we're not having accounts receivable go up. We're getting payment. We're getting cash. However, it's not going into the checking account. We're going to put it into this undeposited funds. That's going up. The other side that it's going up will be some type of revenue account, because we earned revenue by doing the service up here. So let's record that and let's see the financial statements and see how that plays out, the accounts that will be affected. So I'm not sending it, I'm just going to save it here. And then we'll close this out. We'll go to the reports on the left-hand side, and then we'll take a look at our balance sheet first, the balance sheet, and select the balance sheet. We're going to change the dates from 01/01/21 to 01/31/21. So that's January 1st, 2021 to January 31st, 2021. and we will run that report. If we scroll down to the other current assets, we see the undeposited funds with the $100 in it. If we select that item, we then see the undeposited funds. Here's the Sam the Guitar Man. If we select that item, we then see our sales receipt that has been created. Closing this back out, going back to the report up top, back to report summary. We're now going to look at the profit and loss and see the other side of this. We're going to go to reports on the left-hand side. We're going to type in profit and loss and select the profit and loss report and change the dates once again to 01/01/21 to 01/31/21. And if we run that report, we then see the service items. So we're not selling products here. We have the service item. And we're going to select the service item. And if we scroll back down, we see that $100 that the other side going to undeposited funds, the sales receipt for Sam the Guitar Man 4002. Selecting that item, then we will go back to our sales receipt. We'll do this one more time, creating one more sales receipt. So we're going to close this back out. We'll go back up to the plus item up top, and we're going to select within the customer section another sales receipt. So we'll select sales receipt from here, and we're going to enter another sales receipt for another job, this job being 3005. So we can type in 3005 and it'll pick up that job for Jones Guitars. So this is the job number, Jones the customer. We're not going to be entering an email. We don't need a billing address because we're not going to have any sales tax, so it's not going to be calculating on the sales tax or need the billing address in order to calculate the sales tax. The date 01/31/21 will be the date we are using. We are working in the year 2021. Then we're going to scroll through this. Remember that the other side will be going to the undeposited funds. And then we're going to say that we have a partial service is going to be our service item already set up in the system. We will have a quantity of 2, and therefore the 100 rate at 2 of them will give us the $200. No sales tax. We have then the ending amount of the $200. And remember, we do need to select down just to be on the second level in order for the calculation to be complete. So let's see what will happen here. Once again, what will be done is we got cash but didn't put it into the checking account, instead putting it into the undeposited funds. The other side will be some type of revenue account. We're going to save this. We're going to then close this and go to the reports and check out what has happened. We're going to go back to reports on the left-hand side, and we're going to type in first the balance sheet. So we're going to have the balance sheet, and we're going to select the range for the balance sheet, which will once again be 01/01/21 to 01/31/21, and we will run that report. We're going to go down to the undeposited funds. There's 300 in it. If we select those undeposited funds, we see that $200 amount. The other side going to service revenue, Jones Guitar Job 3005. Selecting anything in that row, we will then see that sales receipt we have set up. Let's take a look at the other side on the profit and loss by first closing this out. Going back to the reports on the left side, we're going to go to the profit and loss. We're going to type in profit and loss. So here is the profit and loss report. We're going to put the date range once again of 01/01/21 to 01/31/21, January 1st, 2021 to January 31st, 2021, and run that report. We then see in the service income or the fee income that 508, selecting that amount. We scroll down, we see that 200 again. Here's the other side of it. Then it goes to undeposited funds. In the split account, we have the 3005 job for Jones Guitar. If we select that item, then we will once again see the sales receipt.